Welcome back, everybody, to my episode 2 of my Pokemon Red Nuzlocke run. This is Othium here. So we're starting off showing you my team after I've done some grinding. As you can see, Faraga, Gantoras, Faramir are all up to level 12. Flymolo is at level 11, so I'm going to stick him at the front of the party, and we are going to take on Gary for the second time. Now, I know this is an optional battle, but again, as I said last episode, I am a completionist at heart. So, at least in my Nuzlocke run, I'm not going to leave an unchallenged battle. So, let's go ahead and take on Gary. As you can see, I went the wrong way, jumped back over, and there he is. I know I've been saying Gary, this is my rival Dave, so my apologies there. Probably will continue to mess up that one throughout everything. And here we go. He's going to start off with his level 9 Pidgey, and I'm going to start off with my level 11 Flymolo, and pretty much just going to spam Gust on him, hoping that he doesn't do too much sand attacks, because I know that is just extremely annoying in this battle with his Pidgey. Another reason why I brought up all my Pokemon up to level 12 is I can switch them out and take maybe a sand attack or two and still get a few hits off, but not have to go through my entire team before I try to take out Squirtle. That seemed pretty easy for the Pidgey, so now I'm going to go take on a Squirtle. Again, leave in Flymolo. He's still 3 levels ahead, so it's not going to be extremely easy, but at least it's not just really hard. I didn't want to do the grinding just for this battle and then leave and then grind some more just to face Brock, so I decided to do all my grinding beforehand, so you didn't have to wait through that, and we can just get going on all the fun stuff. So I just beat Gary, and Flymolo gained a level. Yay! And now they're all level 12, and Flymolo learned Quick Attack, and got some money. And it's definitely a lot more money than facing any of the other trainers in this area when we go through Viridian Forest. So now here's walking off on his cool little tune, and now we are heading out. Well, I guess you can't hear the tune. I turned off this audio because for some reason the audio didn't sync too well with the video, and I didn't really want to mess with it in these first couple of episodes since I'm still getting used to this editing software. So heal my team. I know it's only really Fly that needs to be healed, so well, since I'm going to leave him up front, actually I think I was intending to put one of my poison types up front, because with Viridian Forest and the infamous poison, I didn't want to try to lose one of my guys really soon to the beginning, which I've seen happen countless times. So now here's the trek back up to Viridian Forest, where we will try and battle some trainers and get our way to Brock. So yeah, as I said before, Pokemon Red was definitely the first Pokemon game I ended up with. I think the next one I received was Gold, because my friend, my rival, chose Silver. So that's probably the game I'm going to do next after this one, whether I do a successful Nuzlocke run or, fail miserably, which is totally possible. My team is, it's alright, but it definitely could run into issues, especially in Mount Moon. Even Brock, this could definitely be a challenge fighting Brock today. So here's my second trainer battle, and this is with a bug catcher, I believe. And I forgot to switch out my Pokemon, so I guess I'm going to start off with Pidgey, or sorry, Flymolo. And he sends out his Weedle. So I do a Gust Attack, which almost took him out. He Poison Stinged me, and I think he and it lands a poison, so that was frustrating to know I could kill him in 2 moves and still get a poison out of the deal. So that was his Weedle. Now he sends out his Caterpie, and since I set the gameplay to set, I don't get the free switch out. Just made it a little more challenging. I'm going to send out Gantoras, my Beedrill, and show him what a Weedle can really do, or how effective a Poison Sting really is. So I go for the Poison Sting because I know it's super effective against Caterpie, and again, almost out in one blow, and I successfully landed a poison. Finishing him off with one more attack, And it looks like he is still poisoned. And it looks like I may have missed. That was weird. Alright, so now Caterpie is done for. Again, Taurus gains 33, and Fly Mulligan's 33, so neither one was going to level up, but, you know, still a victory. So now I'm going to heal my Pidgey, or my Fly, so he doesn't die as I'm making my way out. Everybody's still at pretty good health, so I don't worry about heading back to the Pokemon Center, so now I'm going to put out one of my poison types. Since Gantoris seems to be one I've never really used before, why not? Let's just see how well he fares in Viridian Forest. Here's the second trainer battle, which he says you can't jam out, which gotta love the commentary or the dialogue in these early games. Some of it just makes absolutely no sense. Alright, so now he's got another. This one has a Weedle a little stronger, so I decided to try and use a Fury, see if I can take it out in one Fury attack. Again, Beedrill's not one I'm familiar with, so I don't even know what moves it learns. I think it learns Twin Needle later on. So if Gantoris stays around, I may use him to take on Sabrina and her Psychic types, because I think he does learn a couple of good Bug types, which I think is the only thing really strong against Psychic in Generation 1. Generally, what I'm probably just going to have to do is make sure my party isn't at least weak to her and do my best, because I know she can be really frustrating. So I decided to switch over to Firaga to just take out the Kakuna real quick and get a decent amount of experience for Firaga. And why not just finish off this last Weedle with Ember? At this point in time, I think I decided, let's get out of Viridian Forest pretty quickly, so I think I was intending to switch out. I think I just left Gantoris there. I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the next item here, which I believe is oh, that's another antidote. So it's 2 antidotes inside Viridian Forest, and I believe I picked up the Pokeball earlier. So yeah, those of you who start watching, I'd definitely love to hear your commentary, whether you would like to see some of my grinding, because I know in this case, since I did level up Weedle to become a Beedrill, you didn't get to see him evolve, which will happen with some of my grinding. I am going to try and do most of my evolutions on camera through the storyline progression, but if I can't, then just because I'd rather not just let you guys, or have you guys sit through all the grinding that I'll be doing, which shouldn't be too much because I don't want to be over-leveled for my gym leaders, just so I get a little more of a challenge out of it. As you can see, all of my Pokemon are still level 12, so, and there's a potion, so always handy. I remember it being an antidote before, but I guess it's a potion. Now we're taking on the last guy who's got an uber Weedle compared to the rest of his Bugcatcher companions in Viridian Forest. But I have Firaga with Ember, and that means Weedle's going to die pretty quickly. Now, like other people have said in some of these Nuzlocks, my apologies, I like to think of some of the trainers actually losing their Pokemon, so I'm essentially ending their Nuzlocke. I guess except for Gary, or Dave. He's just persistent that way, refuses to play Nuzlocke style, and plays it in easy mode and still loses badly. So I enjoy that thoroughly. So in Imperial City, I think all my Pokemon are still pretty well healed, so I decided, well, let's take on the gym trainer, not the leader, because I know sometimes he can be even more annoying than Brock. So I'm going to flip out with Flymo since he's immune to ground type, and I believe this trainer only has a ground type. I believe it's a Diglett and a Sandshrew. You're light years away from facing Brock, but he's right up there. I think you're confused, little guy. Guess that's why you're called a junior trainer. Alright, so now we're pulling out Flymolo, and I'm going to use Quick Attack. It's a little stronger than Gust, and I just wanted to make sure I could hit first to minimize the amount of damage to Diglett, especially since I know his Sandshrew can really be a pain with his Sand attack. I wanted to finish off the Diglett without taking too much damage. I'm in the yellow, decide to just stick with it for now, especially since Fly gained a level, went back into green, so that was exciting. Again, quick attacks, get off as much damage as I can before sand attack really does its dirty work. So quick attack again. Now I'm down to 15 health. He scratches me again, and I think it brings me down below 10, and I believe I decided to switch just because I didn't want to have to use a potion. I know I could have bought some at the Pewter City Gym or Pewter City Pokemart, but I figured I'd try it just with 4. And if I lost a teammate, yes, that would have sucked. That would suck, but you know, we gotta at least add a little bit of challenge to this, especially as it's Gen 1. While there are some challenging parts, especially like Misty, because she's got those over-leveled water Pokemon that can just be a pain in the rear if I don't end up catching a grass or electric type before her. And it won't be electric because Pikachu's the only electric before her. But there's a good possibility I could pick up. I believe it's a Bellsprout up above Cerulean City. So I'd be the junior trainer. I know Flymole is pretty well hurt, and what is he? Oh yeah, that's Faramir. Faramir just took a little bit of damage, so might as well heal up just in case Firaga can't take on Brock by himself. I know Ember doesn't really do that much damage, but because their defense curls don't affect the amount of damage that Firaga will do with his Ember, I figured we'll start off with him. If he gets weak, we can switch to somebody who can at least lower their attack. I don't think I really have anybody. Oh no, I could use Faramir because he does have a Leer, so he can at least lower their defenses for me. That's if Firaga doesn't just wipe the floor with him. So switch him up to the front to get ready for the battle with Brock. So yes, this is my first gym battle. And he believes in rock hard defense. Well, that makes sense. You're surrounded by rocks, so I'm glad you're Captain Obvious there. I still don't get why they made him shirtless in this. It's always thought that was a weird choice of style. And the really funky hairdo that Geodude has, I totally forgot about that until it popped back up, and oh, it made me laugh so hard. Nostalgia is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I'm pretty much just spamming Ember, just because, oh, I got a burn, and then I realized Brock could full heal. That is the first time I've ever seen a gym leader use full heal, especially Brock. I've never seen him use an item in Gen 1. I guess it makes sense that they gave him that, because potentially you could poison them with Bulbasaur if you level Bulbasaur level up high enough, and of course Charmander can burn Pokemon. But yeah, that's the first time I've seen a gym leader this early in the game use an item to heal their Pokemon. But I guess he doesn't have any potions because he's in red, and now he's no longer here. So that's Geodude, and Firaga gains a level, which is very good because I believe the next one up is 14. Yes, there's Onix. He's level 14, big rock snake guy. I'd be excited to get a chance to get Onix when we get to a rock tunnel. And he screeched me, so I was a little worried about my defense at this point. If he had crit me, that would have been the end of things. So I decided to heal Firaga rather than just trading out. I do have 4 potions to spend, so why not use them for a tougher match like this? He uses Bide, and I think it chose Ember, so I think I'm going to get hit by Onix's first Bide. But rather than making him stronger, I just decided to growl him, maybe hoping that Bide will be a little bit weaker when it tries to hit me. Now, Unleashed, okay, not too much, 10 damage. I know I can survive a couple more bites just in case. Then he uses Screech, but it fails, so I'm lucky there. And again, I think he uses Tackles a couple times, misses, and he uses a couple more Screeches and they miss. So I think I got pretty lucky in this fight overall, especially using pretty much all Pokemon that are essentially weak to Rock-type Pokemon. I guess since there's no Rock-type moves from these two in this generation, that made it a little bit easier. So yeah, now Firaga gained his second level. He's now level 14. 2 more levels until he evolves into Charmeleon. Becomes just a powerhouse this early in the game, until you face Misty and just get creamed if you try to use Charizard. So TM34 contains Bide. I don't like the move. It kind of sounds scary, especially in a Nuzlocke run. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell it so I can get a few more potions, Pokeballs, and that kind of thing. So at this point in time with the gym, I think we completed enough today. We defeated Gary, made it through Viridian Forest, defeated all the trainers, and defeated Brock. Not too shabby, and only had to use 2 Pokemon Centers during this episode. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Of course, I use Pokemon Centers a lot while grinding. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and heal and save up, and this will about do it for my second episode. And let's go ahead and check out the team, see where they're at before we head out. So, let's see, we got Faraga at 14, Flymoli 13, Faramir, and Gantoris at 12. So we're pretty good to face Route 3 with all those trainers coming up. We may not be so uber then. Thank you, have a great day.